Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records, and we're reviewing the new album by really legendary rockers, Pearl Jam. It's their first album since 2020's Gigaton. This is a good record. You know, when I was in college, my freshman year, 10 came out, and that album was a sensation, obviously, when it came out. And, you know, the next couple records got into it. Yield, I was a big fan of. I saw him finally in concert in 98. And, you know, kind of moved away from their music. I'd hear tracks and singles off of records and kind of like it a little bit. I did see them live a couple years ago for the first time in 25 years or whatever. Really good. This record is awesome. A buddy of mine on Wednesday night or Tuesday night invited me to a screening of the album. We went to a movie theater and thought we were going to see some sort of documentary or at least some sort of concert of them doing it. It was a black screen. They played the album in its entirety. They started it immediately over again and had some sort of, you know, tracer things as the music played. So I was able to get a sneak peek on the record and then listen to the 3 singles that have been released over and over again. And then a couple times today went through the album. This is a really good record. I'm going to call it it is a great record. We're going to get into this track by track here. Again, their 12th album, recorded at Shangri-La Studios in Malibu, California. They recorded this live in the studio in 3 weeks last year with producer Andrew Watt, who's coming off of the Rolling Stones' triumphant Hackney Diamonds. He has worked with Ozzy Osbourne, he has worked with Glenn Hughes, he has worked with Justin Bieber and other people. He's currently working with Paul McCartney. I'm assuming that album's coming out soon. This thing was released today, April 19th, 2022. They say this in a little post they made with a press release, channels the shared spirit of a group of lifelong creative confidants and brothers in one room playing as if their lives depended on it. And it does sound like that. Let's get into this. Scared of Fear is the first song. Great way to open this album up. It's punchy. It does have that live feel. Doesn't seem forced. Some greasy guitars, just kind of sneering with some attitude. Really, really like the opener. Hurting yourself just to hurt me. Is she hurting herself just so she can get back at me? Interesting concept. React and Respond's the next song. 59-year-old Eddie Vedder sounding just vintage form. 59 years old. Top of his game, vocally and lyrically. Like React and Respond, not as much as the opener, but it's good enough. Wreckage. This came out yesterday as a single. Acoustic. Made for the radio. Watt has them getting to the hooks early and often. Andrew Watt has a co-write on every one of these songs, which is interesting. All songs are credited to Pearl Jam and Andrew Watt, except for the song Something Special, which also has Josh Klinghoffer on the album, and he is been a touring member for a while. I don't know if he's an official member. Band still made up of Jeff Emmett on bass, Matt Cameron, who's amazing on this record, Stone Gossard, Mike McCready, and of course Eddie Vedder. Wreckage is a really cool song. It's got a 70s vibe at the 2 minute and 3 second. And I can't think of what Carly Simon song. God, I can't remember what song it was. It's got this going to the wreckage. Right before that, there's this it just reminds me of being in the station wagon, going to the grocery store and hearing some Carly Simon song in 77 or whatever. It's cool. Vintage. No Longer. give an F who's wrong or who's right, he says. The next song, Dark Matter, nasty riff. Shorter song, Get In, Get Out. It's okay song. Won't Tell. Feels like Andrew Watt's got his mitts all over this one. Won't Tell. Unapologetically kind of going for the hit. It kind of appeals to every man type of song. Is that a good thing to appeal to everybody? I think it might be. He says, can I feel the change? Can I feel the change in my heart? Not really. I don't know what that means. But I think I understand what he means at the same time. Does that make sense? This album's working for me already on a lot of levels. Upper Hands, the next song, long delay intro, delay effect. It's kind of murky with that Black Hole Sun murk type of guitar vibe. Sounds vintage, Goosebump City, Strat sparkling all over with that delay. Killer McCready kind of carries you home there, as they say in the song. It's one of Jackie D's favorite songs, I think. It's a good one. I like that Upper Hand song a lot. Waiting for Stevie might be my favorite song on the album. Best song? I don't know. Again, vintage sounding. Hopeful. If you watch my channel, you know that I won't review an album if I hate it. And I try to stay positive on everything because writing music is difficult. This album makes me feel good. I like how it makes me feel when I listen to it. It's positive. There's hope without being cheesy. You are what you're not. You are what you are not, he says. What's weird at this song is there's a little hidden section at the end. So there's like a false ending, and then they go into this U2 little 50-second world that gives way to the next song. So it's almost like a little false ending. Another huge solo, anthemic, instantly anthemic. I said I'm waiting for Stevie. Running is the next song. Blast off, punky, gritty, vibey. Matt Cameron's an absolute animal on this album. The band still sounds like they're having fun all these years later. Clearly having fun on the song Running. Something Special. Again, Klinghoffer has a hand in this song with Watt and Pearl Jam. Man, thank you, AW. Not you, AW. Andrew Watt. Melodic, accessible. Is it cool to like Pearl Jam again? Question mark. Am I getting old and question mark? Maybe a little bit of both. I'm into this album. I really, really like Something Special. Eddie's vocals are incredible. He's adding harmonies here. If you listen closely, you hear some harmonies. You don't hear harmonies in a Pearl Jam song. Eddie's doing his own harmonies. It's really cool. Gotta Give is the next song. Again, this album makes me feel good. These are feel good songs that really works for me. Kind of a mid-paced rocker. Eddie Vedder's just an all-time great. At the end, he channels his inner Roger Daltrey, one of his heroes from The Who. Am I drunk on the Kool-Aid, the Pearl Jam Kool-Aid? What color would Pearl Jam Kool-Aid be if there was one? Kind of orangish red? I don't know. Maybe it's just the way this album looks. Maybe that's the Kool-Aid right there. I'm drinking it. I'm freaking intoxicated on it. I'm really digging it. Setting Sun. One of my takeaways from the movie theater the other night, listening to the album for the first time, was that the last couple songs really just take you somewhere. Setting Sun, listening to it again today, it's an acoustic song, okay? It sounds to me like bass player Jeff Ament is playing like a baritone guitar, so you get kind of like this almost Jaco Pastorius sound out of his baritone guitar. Nothing else on the album sounds like this song. It's acoustic until the 3 minute and 16 second mark, where you pick up some electric guitars. And the song goes verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Then you get electric after the acoustic, and you go to a bridge. And I'm going to read the lyrics. If you could see what I see now, you'd find a way to stay somehow. Oh, if you could see, yeah, what I see now, you'd make your way to stay somehow. And then there's an outro where may your days be long till kingdom come. May your days be long before kingdom come. May your days be long until kingdom come. We can become one last setting sun, which is the name of the song, Setting Sun. Am I the only one hanging on, question mark? We could become one last setting sun, or be the sun at the break of dawn. Let us not fade, let us not fade. This is a 4.5 out of 5-star album. This is one of the best albums of the 20 albums that I've reviewed in 2024. I really, really like this album, Dark Matter by Pearl Jam. And it's fantastic. Lots of guitars. Check out my channel. We do shows every single day. Have a great weekend. Share these videos. Peace out. See ya.